Hi and welcome back to Love on the Brain, the podcast that helps you transform tough emotions into questions that serve you better. I'm your host, Kay Van Dunk, and I help independent women who are single, divorced, or widowed find their soulmates while staying true to their high standards. In each episode, we dive into a frustrating question you might have about love. I'll share some insights, and then we'll reframe it with an affirmation, also called an ask-formation, to help you lift your spirits. An affirmation is just a question framed in a positive way to help your brain search for solutions or at least shift your mindset. If your brain's going to be on repeat, might as well give it something helpful, right? If you haven't already, please subscribe and leave a great review on whichever platform you're listening to this podcast on. Your review helps other amazing singles find this podcast too. All right, let's get started with today's episode. Today's question is, why haven't I met my soulmate yet? Ugh, that really hurts to even say out loud because I remember being there. I know it's hard when you feel like you're frustrated or you're stuck and you just feel like everything is happening around you but not to you when it comes to finding your soulmate. Maybe everything's growing great professionally, you've got amazing friends and loved ones, and everything is just coming up roses. And then there's just that one little tick box that's still unticked of finding your soulmate. It's so common to wonder why love hasn't appeared, especially if you feel ready, especially if you're doing the work. You feel like you're doing everything like you should be, and still you're not meeting that person that you can call your soulmate. It's frustrating. But also realize that there is no set timeline for meeting your soulmate. You may be ready, but there may be something holding you back, and it goes back to internal blocks or mindset. What are your limiting beliefs around love, around relationships, or specifically around finding your soulmate? Because for a lot of people, it's not hard to imagine themselves in a relationship or maybe even married. But soulmate is a different echelon of love, and it's a lot more aspirational. Do you feel like you can actually meet your soulmate? Do you have fears around what that would look like? Have you ever gotten really vulnerable with yourself to admit that maybe you haven't been really open to claiming that? Maybe there's stuff in your past like traumas or bad breakups, or whether it's for you or your parents, that make you a little bit skeptical that soulmate love exists? Are you fully aligned with the work of finding your soulmate? Sometimes, even if you've done all that, you may still be closed off somewhere and not really realize it or be willing to accept it. Because of course you want your soulmate love. Why wouldn't you do everything you possibly could to find him? And I'm not blaming you for that work, but I'm saying that sometimes there's that little kernel that gets in there and plants a seed where you feel like you're ready for your soulmate, and then you'll have a bitch session with your girlfriends and say things that are actually how you really feel about finding your soulmate. Get honest about yourself in the areas of your life where you really might not be in alignment with what you say you truly want. And then replace that with what you can to do the opposite and let love in. And even if you think you've done everything possible, I promise you there's something sneaky or subconscious preventing love. Now, I'm not putting this all on you, because guess what? Just as you're having these worries, your soulmate could be too. So maybe you're ready for love, and your soulmate needs to work through this stuff so that he or she can show up healthy and whole for you. So, give a little grace on both sides. At the end of the day, it's all about trusting the process and the timing. So, we're going to go back to the original question, which was, why haven't I met my soulmate yet? And I'm going to flip it with an affirmation, which is, How exciting is it that my soulmate is on their way to me now? Okay, repeat that affirmation out loud with me again. How exciting is it that my soulmate is on their way to me now? You are doing the work and you are showing up. I know that there's no way you can miss your soulmate. Before we close each episode, I love to focus on gratitude because it's the highest vibration of all. Think of one thing you are grateful for in this moment. As always, I'm grateful that you tuned into my podcast and love you for listening. And remember, when love is on the brain, asking better questions can lead to better answers. Imagine waking up every day knowing you're one step closer to the soulmate who truly gets you. The Soulmate Wishlist Blueprint is your first step in making that a reality. This isn't just a list, it's a roadmap to attracting the love you've always known is possible. For 2 days, I walk you through getting to the meat of what really matters in a soulmate and letting go of what's been keeping you apart. If you're ready to step into the love you deserve, the Soulmate Wishlist Blueprint can help you create the clarity and definition you need to call in your soulmate. Are you ready? The link's in the show notes. Download it for free now and begin the powerful shift that brings your soulmate into your life.